Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In previous video, I've already shown you the quick overview of quiz/exam management system. So if you have not watched that video, then just go to description. There I put the link from my previous video, or you can simply do one thing, just click on the suggestion on the right side of the screen. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to design this login page of this quiz or exam management system. So here you can see this. When I select, here we have one combo box, and when I select a student, it shows the student login or register user controls, and when I select teacher, it shows the teacher login controls. So how to do this? So without wasting any time, let's close this and create a new project. So click on this, select new and select project, and here you have to select this Windows Form app.NET framework. You have to search it over here. Once you've created that project, from the next time you will find this over here. So I'm not going to select any other from this one. I'm simply going to select this and click on next, and here you have to give some name to this project. So I'm going to name this one quiz video. I'm going to name this one quiz management video and click on create. This will create a new project within few seconds, so we have to wait for that. Okay, so now new project is created. Here, first thing you can observe that we have this form border, so I don't need this border. So what to do for that? So right click on this, go to properties, and we have to actually remove the form border style. So search for that, and here you can see this, change this one to none. After this, what we have to do is we have to actually set the size for this form. That is, whenever it opens, it needs to be in the full screen. So for that we have to set the size, that is 1366, 768, and hit enter. And then what we have to do is we have to actually change few more properties of this form. That is, change the start position, change this one to center screen, and now let's start this and let's see if this opens in the full screen or not. And here you can see this, it's open in the full screen, and this one is looking nice. After this, what we have to do is we have to start adding this stuff. So first thing we have to add is nothing but label. So I'm going to add one label, just drag and drop it over here, and what we have to do is we have to change this label properties. And before that, what we have to do is we have to change the back color for this form. So right now it's a little off-white. When you change this back color, click on custom and select this white. Now the color is little more lighter than previous. Now I'm going to set the text to this one. The text is nothing but quiz/exam management system. Hit enter. After this, we have to set the properties for this label. So for that, I'm going to refer to the previous project. So move back to this project, which is our complete project, and here what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually copy the font size for this label so that it looks exactly same. So I've clicked on this one. The font is Century Gothic and it's bold and size is 22. So I'm going to set that. So click on this, move back over here, click on this small three dots on the font. And after this, we have to search for Century Gothic, select bold and size is 22 and hit OK. And here you can see this. Now this label is added and it's looking really nice. After this, what we have to do is we have to add one more label. So for that, let me copy this and paste it again. And for this one, I have to set the text as nothing but select user type. Hit enter. And after this, we have to decrease the font size. Okay, let me copy the font size from this one. (15) and italic. Move back over here. The font is Microsoft Sans and size is 15 and it's italic. So move it like this, and here you can see this. After this, we need one combo box. So I'm going to add one combo box, and this time I'm going to use this Guna 2 combo box. So just drag and drop it over here, and it's added. After this, what we have to do is we have to change few properties for this one. That is this first thing, we have to change this for color. If you are worried about that, from where I got this Guna2 combo box, then you have to just add a DLL file into your toolbox, and that DLL file link is already in the description of this video. And how to add that DLL file into the toolbox, the video link is also in the description of this video. Just add that, and after that start coding with me. So first thing what we have to do is just click on this, change the font color, change this one to black. After this we have to change the font size. So for that, just move back over here, click on this and change the size to 12 and hit OK. After this, what we have to do is we have to set the size for this one. So right click, go to properties, and inside this one we have to set the size. So size will be 391,36 and hit enter, and we have to set like this. After this we have to add few stuff. That is, first we have to click on this small triangle, and after that we have to click on this items, and here we have to add two stuff, that is student and second is teacher. Click on OK. Now we have to add one button over here, that is close button. So I'm going to add one button, so search for button, and I'm going to use this Guna2 button. Just drag and drop it over here, and first thing what we have to do is just change the text, and don't want any text. I'm going to set the image inside this one, so click on this, select this, local resources, and click on import. So whatever I'm image going to use inside this one, I've already provided link for those images in the description of this video. Just go and download those images. And our project is quiz, this one. Okay, so it's icons and we have quiz, and I'm going to use this one. Click on OK, and after this I have to just change this fill color to nothing, and we have to increase the size for this image, that is 30,30. Hit enter, and this one is looking nice. After this we have to change the design name for this one, so let me just change the design name to btn exit. Hit enter, double click on this one. This will generate a click event for this button, and at the click, what I want to do is I want to just close this application. So application dot exit. After this, let's start and check if that text box is working fine or not. That combo box actually, in which we have set the teacher and a student. So let's check that. So I have already started the project. So it's taking few seconds. So here you can see this, we have a student and teacher over here, and we can also close this application. When I click on this, the application is closed. Okay, so this one is working fine. And one more thing what we have to do is we have to set the one image over here. So how to do that? For that we have to search for picture box or image, not image box, that is picture box. Yeah, so I'm going to use this picture box, and inside this one we have to set one image. So click on this, select choose images, local resources, and click on import, and I explore where I have stored the images. So I am going to use this image, so click on this, and after this you have to select this and select the size mode to stretch image like this one, and after this I have to set this on the proper position and in the proper size. For that I'm going to copy the size from my complete project, so this one. So click on this and let me copy the size. So size is 724,491. Move back over here to this project, right click and go to properties, and inside this one we have to set the size. Hit enter. After this we have to set this one on the proper position. For that just move these on the left side like this. Now start this and let's check how this one is looking, how this looks actually. Here we go. So this one is looking really nice. After this, what we have to do is we have to add one panel for the student and one panel for the login. So drag one panel from here, so panel, and drag and drop it over here. And after this, I'm going to copy the size for this panel from my complete project. So click on this, and this one, this is the panel, so 391, 442. So move back over here, right click on this and go to properties and just paste it over here. So now the size is set. After this, what we have to do is we have to add controls inside this one. So first is nothing but the teacher login. So for that, I've already added one panel over here, that is panel 1. The name for this panel is panel 1. After this, I'm going to set few labels and text boxes. So I'm going to drag one label first, so drag and drop it over here, just click on this, change the label name, label text actually, so it will be teacher login, hit enter. After this, we have to set the font for this one, so click on this, bold, and size will be 12, click on OK, and this one is looking nice. After this, we have to add few more labels, that is for user name. So I'm going to just copy and paste this and just change this one to user name and just change this bold style to regular and hit OK. Now this one is looking nice. In the same way, we have to add one more, so copy this and paste it once again and change the name, this one to password, and we need to add two text boxes inside this one and one checkbox, that is show password and hide password, and one label over here, that is nothing but, let me just copy this and paste it once again and move back over here, just change the text to wrong user name or password, like this. After this, what we have to do is we have to change few more properties of this label. So for that, just click on this and select oblique and decrease the size to 10 and hit OK. And this one is looking really nice. After this, we have to change the color for this one, change this font color to red. Now this one is good. After this, we don't need to add any labels, we need to add two text boxes, one checkbox and one button. So go to toolbox and search for text box, and I'm going to use this Guna 2 text box, so just drag and drop it over here. And here what I have to do is I have to just add like this and drag to stretch, like this one. After this, what I have to do is just right click on this, go to properties, and there we have to change the font color, change this one to black. And after this, we have to increase the font size for these text boxes. Just click on this and increase the text size to 12 and click on OK. And here you can see this, the size for this one is increased. So what we have to do is I have to just move back to this project. Let me copy the size for that text box, 341, 36. Move back over here, click on this, and I have to set the size for this one and paste it over here, hit enter, and now this one is set. After this, what I have to do is I have to just copy this once again and paste it to replicate and put this below the password. Let me just move these boxes a little bit upside. After this, I'm going to use one Guna 2 text box. So search for text box, and here we have this Guna 2 text box. So drag and drop it over here. Not text box actually, we need button. Search for button and use this Guna 2 button. Just drag and drop it over here. Click on this and change the text to login. Hit enter. After this, we have to set the size for this text box, this button, same as text box. Okay, so I'm going to copy the size, click on this one, hit enter, like this, and we have to set the border radius for these. So search for border radius and change this one to 21. Hit enter. Not 21, just decrease this one to 18. Yeah, this one is looking nice. After this, what we have to do is whenever we hover over this, the text color needs to be changed. So before that, I have to change the fill color for this button. So I'm going to change the fill color for this one. Change the fill color to lime green. Yeah, this one is looking nice, and we have to set some border for this one. Border thickness will be 1. Hit enter, and this one is looking nice. And we have to increase the font size for this also, so I'm going to increase this one to bold, and size will be 12 or a little more to 18 or a little less. Actually, it will be 16 will be good. Yeah, this one is good. After this, what we have to do is we have to actually change hover properties for this button. So search for hover, and here we find this, and inside this one, when we don't need to change the border color, we need to change the fill color. Change this one to white, and we have to change the for color to lime green. It means that whenever we hover inside this one, then the fill color needs to be changed to white, and this login, the text color, needs to be lime green. So let's start and check if this one works or not. So for now we haven't hidden this panel, that's why it's showing. Here you can see this, when I hover over this, the login color changed to lime green and the fill color is now white, and this one is looking really nice. Okay, so one more thing, we have to add one checkbox over here. So for that, search for checkbox and drag and drop it over here. Just click on this, change the text to show password, and we also have to change the design name for this button, this text box. Before that, what I have to do is I have to change this char type, that is password char. So search for that. Here you can see this, change this one to star. It means that whenever we write inside this one will be written in the star format by default. So let's start this and let's check. And here we go. Now whatever write inside this one is in star format, and this one is looking nice. Okay, so next thing what we have to do is we have to change properties, that the design name for these all text boxes. So first I'm going to start with this one. So I'm going to change this one to txt select user, hit enter. This one to txt user name, this one to txt password, and this one to btn or combo checkbox show and hide, and we have to change the name for this one too. This will be btn login, and this label also. So I'm going to change this label name to wrong label. So change this one to wrong label, hit enter, and now this one is looking nice. After this, what we have to do is we have to add one more panel. So just I'm going to do one thing, that is nothing but just copy this panel and paste it once again, and this will copy all the controls inside this one. But this time what I have to do is I have to just remove few controls. I don't need all of these. Change the design name, that is the label name. Change this one to student login, and after this we don't need the password field and not even this show button. So I'm going to delete these, change the text, this text box name to, I'm going to change this one to txt enrollment number, and this button, I need one more button, that is for registration. So let me copy and paste it and move this little bit upside and move these both controls a little bit on the below, these on the little bit upside like this, and I'm going to delete this label too because I don't need this, and change the text first to this one, that will be this one is login is good, and for the second one we have to change this one to register, and we have to change this label to student enrollment number, hit enter, and we have to adjust this on the proper position like this, and now this stuff is ready. So we have changed the text for this, design name for this one, the txt enrollment number. This button is btn login, btn student login, and this button is btn student registration, register. And next thing, now everything is ready. So first thing what I have to do is, when this form loads, I want to hide these two panels. Just double click on this empty space to generate a load event for this form. So just double click on this will generate a form 1 load event, and here what I have to do is, first I want to hide the panel 1 dot visible is equal to false, and I also want to hide the panel 2 dot visible is equal to false. And one more thing what I want to hide is that wrong label. I also want to hide that wrong label. That needs to be visible only when a user enter wrong username and password. That's why I've hidden that. So let's start this and let's check if this works or not. Now here you can see this. Now the project is started and everything is hidden, but when I select this, nothing happens. So what we have to do is, what I want is when I select student, the student login panel needs to be visible, and when I select this teacher, the teacher login panel needs to be visible. In the same way, what we have to do is, first thing what we have to do is just move to this one, click on this events, and if you can't able to find this properties, then right click on the text box or combo box and then select properties. After this, what you have to do is select index change, just double click on this, and here you can see this. Now the select index change event is generated, and here you have to write a few lines of code, that is if txt selected txt select user dot selected index is equal to 0, it means that at the 0th position we have, at the 0th position, let me just check what we have. At the 0th position we have a student, so this panel needs to be visible. This panel name is panel 2, so I want to show the panel 2. So panel 2 dot visible is equal to true, and panel 1 dot visible is equal to false. And in the else condition, or else if, I have to check this, if txt selected index, just copy this and paste it over here, and I have to change this one to 1. Then what I have to do is, I have to just do the opposite, panel 1 dot visible is equal to true, and panel 2 dot visible is equal to false, like this. Let's start this and let's check if this works or not. Select student, and here you can see that the student login is visible. When I select teacher, now the teacher login is visible, so this one is working fine. After this, what we have to do is, we have to change for this one, that when we click on this one, this text needs to be changed to the hide password, and this password inside this one needs to be visible. For that, what we have to do is just move back inside this one, move back over here. Let me just drag this, click on this one, select events, and here we have to search for checked change. So we have to search for that event, click on this, and here we find this checked change. Double click on this. This will generate a combo box show hide checkbox, show hide checked changed. So here what we have to do is we have to just see for this checked box show hide dot checked. If this one is true, it means that we have to show the password, because by default the password is hidden. So txt password dot password char is equal to, we have to set null. When you set this one, the password will be clearly visible, and after this we have to checkbox dot show hide, we have to change the text to hide password. It means that if you again click on that, the text will be changed, and in the else condition we have to do just opposite for this one. So I'm going to copy this and paste this inside this one, and just change this one with star, and just change the text to show password. Now save this, now start this, and now the project is started, and here you can see this. Oh, not student, for teacher. Now I'm going to write something inside this one. When I click on this, now hide password is visible, the name is changed, and the text is visible. So click on this one, now the show password is visible. Yeah, this one is working fine. And one more thing, what I want is whenever I write inside this one something, it needs to be in the center. So for that we have to change the text alignment. So select these two text boxes and this one also. After this, move to the properties, and here we have to change the text alignment and change this one to center, and now start this. And before starting, let me adjust this one to the proper position like this, and now start this. Click on this and click on this one. Now here you can see this, whenever I write inside something, it's in the center of the screen, and this one is also working. After this, what we have to do is we have to code for this login button, that is the teacher login. So let me close this. Okay, just right click on this, go to properties, and just, or you can simply just double click on this. This will generate a click event for this, and we have to add one more form inside this one, that will be the teacher module. So for that, right click on this, and I'm going to add new form, and we have to set the name teacher. Click on add, and this will add new form to our project. So for now I'm not going to do anything inside this form, so I'm going to just close this. So I have just added that form. Whenever we log in, we need to move to that form. That's why I've added that form. Okay, so here I'm going to set txt username dot text is equal to btechdays, and txt password dot text is equal to btechdays. And if this one is true, then what I want to do is I want to move to the teacher module. So teacher te is equal to new teacher te dot show. And one more thing, what I want to do is I want to hide this login page. So this dot hide, and if user enter wrong username or password, then I want to show a message, and that label is already added, so I want to just show the label. So wrong label dot visible is equal to true. And one more thing, when the user enter the correct password after entering the wrong password, then first thing I want to hide this label. So for that I'm going to add one line of code over here. So wrong label dot visible is equal to false. Now I'm going to start this. And here you can see this, we have teacher, and when I click on this, wrong username or password is visible, and I'm going to enter btechdays, and inside this one btechdays, I guess I have written something wrong in the password, yeah, and click on login, and new form, that is teacher, is opened and it contains nothing, and our login page is also hidden. Okay, so that's it for this video guys. In the next video I'm going to show you how to design the teacher dashboard, and if you are worried about that, why I have not shown how to design or code for the student button. Once the teacher part module is complete, then I'm going to work on the login, that is student login. Okay, so don't worry, I'm going to teach you everything, even the small stuff, from the scratch. So just stay tuned, subscribe and share with your friends. Thanks for watching.